welcome to another edition of the Weekly Protocol. Sorry we were on vacation for a week, but you know the holidays are just hectic. And yours truly has to be in a car driving about 32 hours to and from Missouri. Not much time for editing. But this week on the Weekly Protocol, we're back to talk about that big holiday that kicks off a new year and ends the old year. This week we'll be talking about New Year's Eve with Jarrett Edelman and Frank Ward. Join me as I bring the panel together to talk about, do you go out or do you stay in? Does age play a factor in it? Absolutely, because this old guy had a very quiet night in with Frank Ward. So hopefully you had a great New Year's Eve, a happy 2025 on the horizon, a fairly okay 2024 in the rearview mirror, and we're going to jump into the protocol this week talking about New Year's Eve and the protocol around going in, going out, and having yourself a good time. So get the countdown, check out these ads, and when we're back, the panel with Jarrett Edelman and Frank Ward here on the Weekly Protocol.
Are you a fan of the Philadelphia Phillies? Want to hear local takes from fellow fans?
Never a doubt, baby. Never a doubt. I knew they were going to be where they're at right now. I knew they're coming in. I'm pretty sure we did talk about how they were taking over the Braves this year.
Well, check out the Jersey Fanatics.
Yeah, if you're sort of fit, go into the center field and just talk to the security guard and see if he can pull you down.
Tyler, Eric, and the Dace Man break down all things Philadelphia Phillies from a South Jersey perspective.
I have a whole theory. I know I told you guys, but I think for every pitch tomorrow, we should just boo him. Every single pitch.
Available wherever you listen to your podcasts.
He's hosted multiple podcasts and shows over the past decade and unlocked his mind for us over the years. Now, he's looking to see why people put up with him. Join Chris, the Dace Man Dace, as he sits down and chats with those who have known him over the years in a new season of the Dacetacular mind called The Dacetacular People. New episodes drop Fridays and are available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Welcome back to the Protocol. I'm your host, Chris the Dace Man Dace, and this week on the panel we're joined by Mr. Frank Ward.
Yo.
And Jerry Games himself, Mr. Jarrett Edelman.
I like denim.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Fat denim!
It's still out there.
I like fat. Yeah.
It's on Spotify, the premiere episode.
It exists.
The only episode.
Okay, well, once
the special.
It's a rarity. It's a commodity.
Yeah,
it'll be a collector's item someday.
Absolutely.
Digital collecting.
NFT.
That's
Bringing
NFT.
it back. Bringing it back.
But using the N and trying to transition with that into today's topic, we're talking New Year's Eve and not the N-word. So this time we're going to be talking about New Year's Eve and the entire act of what you do that night. Next week we'll talk about resolutions, but this week we're talking about the event of 2 years. First and foremost, New Year's Eve. Do you go out New Year's Eve, you get fucking lit and move on? Or do you go out New Year's Day and get lit? Because we are in the Philadelphia area, and if you're from this area, you know the mummers are a big deal. Jarrett, we'll start with you.
So, there's two schools of thought on this, and that depends on if you are 30 yet or if you are not 30 yet. If you are 30, you're staying home.
You celebrate neither.
You celebrate neither. And if you do celebrate, you're watching the mummers parade in the morning.
Yes.
But if you're before 30,
you don't both.
You're getting fucked up that night.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're either going and finding a friend's house, like you guys are partying.
Mm-hmm.
We had like 15 people one time in a house. It was a great night.
Sure.
All passed out on couches. You sleep the next day until about noon. Then you like go get some really greasy food. And you go out that same night to 2 Street. And then you fuck shit up on that. Because that's where the mummers go after the parade. If you're not from Philadelphia area or anywhere around here,
You suck.
yeah, that is true.
You're probably
But
okay.
it's really on 2nd Street, but everybody calls it 2 Street. And to be honest, I might be a bad person to not know why, but we call it 2 Street. It's where the mummers drink. And that's where you get to drink with the mummers. And it's a great time. We've gotten lost. We found some people. Chugged some Four Locos. Shotgun some Four Locos.
That's one time.
Yeah. And
I think I only done it once.
I've done it more than once.
With you.
We did?
We did.
We did.
Well, you went, I think, to a bowling event, and then we both were drunk somehow. I think I drank alone because I don't like bowling. But then we ended up on 2 Street the next day.
Yes. Well, that'll tie into my answer.
Yes.
Since I assume you're asking me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course,
Good
that's how the
answer.
pound
Okay. I assume this is like Family Feud. Well, congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
Good answer. No, there's definitely age brackets. Like 21 to 25, you're probably drunk probably December 26th through January 5th. And then you still keep drinking. Then once you hit like 25 or so, you're like, a whole 2 weeks of it? Nah, I got to cut back to like maybe that weekend. But definitely, you go out probably for New Year's Eve somewhere, either a friend's house or out to a bar. You go out. But I do agree, 30 is when the cutoff is you're done. And you don't want to be that weird 30-year-old still trying to hang at the bar with everybody. Because you're just going to get looks, and nobody wants those looks, even if you're drunk. So you stay at home, maybe, or go to a quiet gathering with friends. Then once you hit like 35, you think to yourself, I'm probably just going to stay home, drink one beer, nurse some Pepto-Bismol, and go to bed. But then, what you end up actually doing is you still buy a whole case of beer, drink it all, and feel really shitty the next day and don't make it to 2 Street.
Yes.
For like consecutive years running. Because I think that's what happened to us, is we always say we're going to go, and then I always say I'm just going to take it an easy night, but I don't know how to do that because I'm an alcoholic. Help. Yeah.
That was an answer.
But yes, but what happened was, there was a night we were going to go to 2 Street, so I told myself, Frank, you, hey, easy night. We're going to 2 Street. We're going to mum it up. We're going to get drunk with Dace. And then I ended up drinking a lot more at the bowling alley than I intended to because they brought out champagne and nobody was drinking it. And I'm like, there's 2 open bottles of champagne here. And you just can't let that go to waste. And then, I got like 4 hours of sleep and then we drank on 2 Street for like 12 hours.
Yeah.
And then I died.
As one does. It is a day to die.
But I do believe I was under 30 at that time. Maybe.
It's
or close, right?
It's a good day to die.
We were high 20s.
High 20s, yes.
It's okay. Those are the times that you want to die.
On the good days to die? When you don't have to work?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like being dead at work because it's like, I already hate it here. So I hate it more. Other than like being hungover at home, like, damn, I probably could be doing so. Well, that ties into being in your 30s because you feel like you should be productive at home. Yeah. And then you feel really bad when you're not because you're hungover all day. Yeah, but in your 20s, you don't give a shit. The house could fall down and you're like, is my couch all right?
I mean, to be honest, nowadays, most 20-year-olds don't have their own house.
Most 30-year-olds don't have their own house.
Yeah.
In this economy, like, I don't...
There's 40 and 50-year-olds, too.
All up the age gamut. Because then once you get that old, then you move in with your younger kids anyway. So.
Except, like, there's, like, weird 10-year-old YouTubers who have, like, multi-million-dollar homes.
They don't have their own. They're owned by some conglomerate, PepsiCo. I don't know if PepsiCo sponsors anyone, but...
owning...
No, they're owned by Hasbro.
Hold on, back to New Year's.
Is that what we're talking about?
Back to New Year's.
Why do you bring me on these things? I don't think I've stayed on track
freight
for
train.
anything that happens. What are we doing here? Who's this?
So the next question I'm going to ask you guys is when it comes to the drink of choice for the holiday, champagne is a cliche, overdone thing that you have to have at midnight, pop that bottle. But is there a drink of choice either before the countdown or after the countdown you go with? We'll start with you on this one, Frank.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm white trash, so like it's just beer. Preferably just Bud Light. You drink that consistently all night.
Okay.
But if you're crazy and you really want to get saucy and you're in your early 20s, you go for the Mad Dog 2020. You got to spice that in there somewhere. Somebody will bring it. You got to drink it. Got to be a part of it.
The last time I had it was 2020, and then we know what happened that year.
Yes.
They fired Mad Dog. No, that was 4 years.
17, I know.
Never forget.
They fired Mad Dog.
Never forget. Yeah, well...
He posted his picture on the Mad Dog bottle. Like, that was the cool thing. What is your drink of choice if you still drink?
I mean, I still drink occasionally. But when I partied for New Year's, it's for a shotgun. Like, I quite like...
He's a madman.
You guys may have heard it if you've listened to us before, but Leo is a mummer. He does mummers for the Froggy Car.
Okay.
So... like Tyler and I have gone to that bar, like where you can only get in if you're a mummer, but like, we've gotten in.
Yeah.
And like, I think I've made some stories of me shotgunning Four Locos in there, like while other people watch me, like, and not like the tall boy Four Locos.
Crowds form around you. You're shirtless, ripping Four Locos.
I wasn't shirtless. No, it was really cold, so like I was like wearing.
You're drinking Four Loco, and you're like, my nips are cold.
It didn't kick in yet.
Just drank it. Does it immediately warm your soul?
Yes. The moment I hear the crisp, I'm like, oh, it's a good.
Last time I had it, I went after Poseidon in the ocean and woke up with different hair ties and sand in my bed.
So you won.
I think so.
So you found the mermaid that Shrek got with in Shrek 2?
Maybe. There's no accounts of how I got back to the hotel rooms. I don't know what it is. I'm a rum guy. Always been a rum guy. I don't drink anymore. I just go to basically go to bed at 12:01. But it was rum. It was a handle of rum. I got that surgery. I'm scared to go back to rum because, like, in my mind, I could still do a handle of rum, but physically, I can't.
Can I just say, that like there was a really sad moment in my life where I did New Year's on Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Like alone?
Yep, by myself, like in a separate room than my parents had, like had my Wii, and literally this is like doing everything in like real time.
Yeah.
So I was literally sitting there watching the screen, the ball drop in Animal Crossing, and that was my New Year's.
That's not
legendary.
Bad. I think I've done that more than once. Not on Animal Crossing, but like
in general.
In general, last year, Doug and I were the last ones standing.
Oh wait, so you don't do the trick where you like New Year's happens at 8 o'clock at night?
Oh no, that's the only time of the year he knows how to tell time. The rest of the year, it's like, oh, I thought it was a Tuesday. What the fuck's going on? But drink of choice was beer.
But also back to the champagne, because you brought up champagne.
Yes.
I do support the glass of champagne at New Year's as just a little hurrah. I'm not a big champagne guy.
Sure.
But I'm, as previously stated, alcoholic. But yeah, you just got to have it. Just at least a glass of it.
Or hear the pop.
I mean, you guys probably
Hit
don't
the cork
have
at
to drink
somebody.
champagne anyway.
I don't.
Probably sparkling wine.
What? No, what?
You get the...
Why the fuck wouldn't... What do you think? I'm a crackpot? I'm sham? I'm buying fake shit?
You buy the sparkling wine that comes strictly from Champagne.
Oh, that's what you're getting at. Oh, you're being that guy.
The only one that's called Champagne.
It's not official champagne because it's not from France.
No, it literally has to be from Champagne.
Isn't that part of France? Isn't it?
I have no
Isn't
idea.
that the whole thing?
I
know what you're talking about. That yes, in order for it to be legit, it's got to come from the one place. Otherwise, it's not champagne.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way you're going with it.
Yeah.
Then I am a sham, hacking a fraud.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like the Welch's grape sparkling juice or whatever.
Delicious.
Not grape. I do apple.
Yeah.
Either way. But I thought that's what you meant. But you're right. I don't source where what is that, the really cheap brand that's like $5 for a bottle? Branches or something? Is that with a B?
That is the juice. Branches.
Or maybe I'm... That's fine.
I'm not getting a buzz from this bottle.
Oh my god, I feel so bubbly off of this juice.
No wonder I could drink 3 or 4. No, there's
I know what you mean. You can get.
There's a cheap brand that like I don't get expensive champagne.
They sell it on the sidewalk and like nobody cards them for like their license and stuff.
Yeah.
That's fair. But to kind of piggyback off of having the champagne, the beer, the Four Loko, the rum, would you prefer to do it out? Go to a bar, go to a location, Atlantic City, bowling, you did the one time, or stay in maybe at a house party or even with your local house, Frank?
Local house.
I don't know. Maybe you have multiple houses. You choose one of them.
I used to. Back when I was a mogul.
Slumming it here on the weekly protocol.
Now I just set up tents everywhere so I can say I have multiple properties. I don't really keep up on them if the tents are still there. I assume they get taken down.
Wind.
Well, now that I'm old and decrepit, I prefer either staying in or going over to a small gathering at like your house. I'm like, hey, we're just gonna watch it, and if you want to bring beer or something, whatever.
Yeah.
That's the speed I'm at now. I have zero interest in ever doing like Times Square. Fuck that. I have zero interest in ever doing like a big to do like that.
Unless it's 60 degrees out. Like if they put in the forecast at 60, I'm like, yeah, I'll go. But those assholes that are freezing and snow and rain and all that, no.
Even then, being like, I've heard the horror stories of like once you're in the middle of it, like you don't get out. So like you just pee yourself and all that kind of stuff. Like it sounds like a nightmare. I don't like crowd. Like I'm not the claustrophobic anti-crowd. Like I'm gonna get anxiety. Mm-hmm. I'm just annoyed. Like I want to move and I can't. Please, can I move?
Please and thank you.
Please and thank you. Yeah. So like I have no interest in being in that to do. Like if there's a seating arena for something like that, I guess maybe I would do it then. Assigned seating. Like I've got seat B4.
Well, you can spend like
just get some
$100,000 on a hotel room that's on Times Square.
Do you think I can use hotel points?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's all of them.
That's fine. I have nothing else to use them for. All right, I'm back in. Yeah, if I can be away from it,
I'm gonna say
I'm in.
Get like they're like
they have balconies.
No, it's New York.
Or on Nolans. Let's go to New Orleans. They got balconies over Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can get those, and then we can have the balcony. I'm in for a balcony. I'll do New Year's on a balcony.
I'll
Don't
throw
worry.
beads at people's faces.
Yeah, I'll you can watch the ball drop.
Do I got to give you beads?
I think that's the rule. That's not the rule?
Oh, it is, but you don't have to.
What's the protocol on beads? So are you an in or out guy?
I'm in.
That's fair.
But don't get me wrong, I have ventured into the out.
Mhm.
I know my brother and I went to a bar that was in Philly that was partially owned by Jason Kelsey and Bo Allen at the time.
Okay.
It was a few years ago. It was cool. Hey, but also like at the same time, like I saw Jason Kelsey. That was also cool. Walked past me.
Way to ring in the
I
air.
just didn't do anything. I was
Did
just
you
like,
pretend to be a mirror?
he's taller than me. He's 3 inches taller than me.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's 6'3".
Oh,
I'm 6 foot.
I thought you guys have been the same size.
Thought so too. And then my hope and dreams were dashed.
You didn't wear your platform shoes that day.
I didn't. But other than that, I mean, I like the or the house. I like the house party. I like the idea that like I'm gonna be around a bunch of people I know.
Fair.
Like I strangers anymore, especially after COVID. Like I don't like you. I don't want you. I don't need you.
Mhm.
Go away.
Okay.
But other than that, like I like just to be around friends more than even family. So it's just like that. It's that the house party ideal. I'll stay home too. I don't care.
Mhm.
I might be in bed before 12. Also fair. Like you said, I've been through 30 of these already. Like it's not
It's a
changing.
thing.
Yeah, it's when I got to watch a really expensive ball that hangs in New York City for the entire 365 days out of the year. And then it just,
Do you think people that live in New York City, like every time they walk by the ball, do you think they point at it? They're like, yeah,
I don't think people in New York City look at
day
anything
one,
when they walk.
day 500.
When was the last time you were in New York City?
It's been a long. I avoid that.
Okay. I'm gonna say try to walk through it.
But-
Nobody pays attention to anything but like where they are walking.
Yeah, it's a weird. I don't know what to call it. Like weird specialty to have to be able to like. I almost like it. It's like a like you get speed walking through and you're like weaving through traffic as the zombies keep walking, and you get somebody else who's doing the same thing, and you lock eyes for a second, kind of wink, because you guys are both just maneuvering through as the robots keep going. Oh, it's magical. You should try it.
Guy's talking.
Well, I've done other things with him where he just makes eye contact and doesn't break. So it's his thing. It's
We've never
revert.
made eye contact.
His is reverse autism.
I do like to just stare people down until they
I've
look at
never
me.
seen his eyes.
Who, him?
Yeah, no.
That's
I
fair.
look past him.
Into my soul.
That's like my main thing is like I look past people where it makes me you look like I look like I'm looking at you, but not
Yeah.
really. Like I'm looking behind you.
Forehead. That's what I do.
It's fair.
So we're autistic. He's not. He's the one who triggers our autism.
Just stare people down like look at
Look at him. Let me look everywhere but
I
at
got
him.
much of autism. That's fine.
Oh, I think we all do except for him.
So mine shows in different places.
He's the trigger point. Anyway, New Year's Eve, to wrap up this protocol, one last topic I'd like to talk about here on the weekly protocol. When it comes,
Spaghetti.
kind of snacks, hors d'oeuvres. What would you do at a New Year's Eve party to kind of, in our early 20s, keep the buzz going without blacking out, and in our 30s to make sure the hangover isn't as harsh?
You, him,
I'm a soft pretzel guy.
I'll start.
Go for it.
You don't eat.
I was gonna say my track is like once I start drinking, I'm in drink mode. Like maybe if there's chips open on the table,
Yeah.
I'll occasionally be like, hey, there's some chips. But like I don't.
No.
Once I'm going,
No party platters, nothing like that?
not on purpose. I normally eat.
Not when I was doing it. Like you're young. Like
Yeah.
I wanted to be drunk.
I was gonna say to avoid blackout. Like again, from like
That's what I was trying to avoid.
28 and under, blackout was almost the goal. It was just like I'm going until. Whoops.
I'm not gonna lie. It was because I always woke up early, no matter what. Like I
Mhm.
barely ever slept in. I'd get up and be excited about going to get Taco Bell breakfast.
Ew.
You can say ew all you want. It is one
I
of the
will.
best breakfasts out there that you get from a fast food place.
Sure, maybe Taco Bell is disgusting.
That sounds like another protocol down the road.
Taco Bell is the worst thing on the world.
I mean, but for alcohol?
For it, I mean the one in Vegas
What
has
are you
alcohol.
talking?
Taco Bell is disgusting.
They're great.
It is
Meat
disgusting.
is
I don't
rated
really
above human now, so we're good.
above human.
Yeah, there was some human specs in it. At a certain point.
When did they get the grade above?
Yeah, I mean,
Like 2014, 2015.
I was really hoping that wasn't this century, and like maybe they caught that early 1900s.
No, they've been trying to scrape by with as little as possible. But like,
Their meat quality is horrible, but it's so good.
it is not good. There's nothing good about it.
No,
There's no flavor. Look, I will.
We're talking New Year's Eve. We're not talking.
You brought up Taco Bell. You brought up the devil.
I think that might do it for this New Year's Eve, but I think we have some protocols coming in the near future. Humans, can you eat them or not? We'll find out.
I got a protocol for you people.
For New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Oh, what you got?
Fucking kiss.
Oh, yeah.
Say fuck or kiss? Is that a thing? I think that's charges.
Well, I mean, it depends where you stop.
Well, I mean, depends on what
That's
who says yes or no.
That's also another
Do
protocol.
you ask first?
Yeah.
Oh.
You just don't walk up to a random person and, all right, fine. Is that your protocol? You walk up to a random
Anybody.
I heard on a YouTube video that this is the limit we can do.
You grab them
They're called a protocol.
and you smooch them. The shoulder. Platonically.
So
You smooch them.
that is a good point. And we do have two perspectives here. We have newly engaged and
If you watch
single.
If you watch the Thanksgiving
Thank
protocol,
you.
we covered that. Thank
So
you.
we're just going to stop inviting you to holidays.
And it hasn't changed in the month and a half in between these protocols.
We're going to stop inviting you to holidays because this is just getting mean at this point.
Just keep.
What family's supposed to do? You're supposed to ask, like, when's the next thing? So, like, I know
I can't wait till we do Valentine's Day.
No, I'm
I was all
I'm
saying.
at the question of, like, when are the kids coming? I'm going to go, when is the funeral? You're going to rush my life. I'm going to rush
But at the
yours.
same time, oh, that's fine. My funeral's coming up in about 2-3 days.
The kiss itself, it is a good perspective. You're recently engaged. Congrats.
Thank
You're living your life.
Thank you. Yes,
Congrats.
that's what we're calling it.
I'm trying to be nice for this one. I feel like I was really mean at Thanksgiving.
It turned dark.
You're-
But
Go back
anyway,
and watch it to see why I got dark. What's your opinion on it? To me, when I was single, it did kind of bother me when everybody else in the room had that moment. Now it's just I have it every year, which sounds like a. I know.
granted,
I know.
just I have this every year. It's just
There was a 10-year span where I didn't have it, and then in that 10 years, there was like randos that would happen if I was lucky enough. We'll start with your perspective on it since you brought it up. What do you think about that kiss?
So, when I was single,
Mhm.
it was fun to try to, like, if you went out,
Like a game.
you kind of, like, it was like, I only went out, like, a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
And I was unsuccessful like twice, but like was successful once. It was fun to be successful once. Like, oh, you found somebody that night,
yeah.
and you both went,
Got you.
Deal.
and now it's like, yeah. So like, that was cool. But now it's just so much easier. It's less stressful. It's like,
And it's just a peck, right? It's not even like the full
No, yeah,
fucking
no,
like.
it's just a-
let's go at it. It's like a thank you. Welcome to your.
we kissed like 20 minutes before this. No,
We kiss frequently, so we'll just do one for now.
Oh, I guess we have to. You know, it's social
It's like-
protocol.
done. All right, cool. All right, so it's like,
Wait a minute, I didn't get one this year. She was asleep.
Well, maybe
Bullshit. I'm angered.
maybe this year you'll feel like it's a little more special then.
No, she'll be asleep.
I was saying, or you sleep on her.
There you go. Oh, okay.
Hey,
Fellow single person.
well, are you single now?
Apparently on New Year's Eve.
He didn't have a kiss, and it wasn't sealed for that year.
Look, I mean, well, especially saying like we said before, when you're staying in, it's a little harder to find randos.
Yes, that's true.
I did try once.
Is it though? I feel like you can order those.
There's certain pages for that. I tried to kiss the dog once. Your old dog. I don't know if you recall.
B. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, you did. Yeah.
She loved like. We're gonna be weird, but like no, like
RIP.
she loved me. I thought we were great pals, and like it was everybody else was smooching their significant others, and Beasley was walking by, and I went, "Hey, B," and went to grab her, go for a peck. She growled. The first time, I think the first and only time she ever growled at me was when I went for a New Year's kiss, and I went, "Okay." That's where I stand. And ever since that moment, I get that reaction from every other girl too. So
So I remember at least when I was single,
yeah,
they give you
all of them.
it's because they're usually trying to like get out of the way.
But as far as like, it doesn't bother me anymore because I'm a mature adult and I'm not chronically battling depression.
You are. You just handle it better.
Oh,
That's why he's an alcoholic.
It's why we found other vices.
yeah. So the Chronicles.
I will admit, being the host of multiple New Year's Eves, if the party did not skew in the proper favor, it sucked. because you'd have all your friends that are like most of our friends have been in serious relationships for a very long time, and if you didn't get the right skew of single girls that came over, you were
Because the boys didn't kiss boys.
no.
It
Well,
wasn't that kind of party.
Whoa. Homies always kiss the homies goodnight.
I unfortunately
Good night.
feel
Not
like
either.
there's a lot of guys that have been here that I've kissed more than the girls that I know.
And who are they?
They don't.
Get names and reports. Was this
Yeah,
consensual? Was this consensual?
No, not at all. It wasn't
Break them
consensual.
on a scale real quick. So this is out there for the internet.
Not tender, any of them.
Not soft.
It's the, like, you get the sad pouty face. You're both a little buzzed, and it's like, oh, just stop fucking pouting. Come on, and just moved your head away.
Maybe that's a new thing. Is I'm just going to start grabbing random couples and jumping in their kiss window. I'll just, hey guys,
You got to be careful with that. We are in 2024.
this is not advice for anybody to follow. This is my own foolish decisions, and if I get tased, I deserve it.
But now I'm pretty bitter because I haven't had I think a New Year's Eve kiss in a while.
Now that you're thinking back on it, like
Now that I'm looking back at the years, because she also passed out in 2021 and I had to carry her fucking ass upstairs. So I didn't go with that one either. So I'm striking out.
this year I got you.
You have better odds being single than I do in a fucking relationship.
I haven't missed once since starting to date.
Well, you dated younger. I dated older. And,
They get tired. Jeopardy's not on.
grandma's like, hey.
No, I'm the old one. Like even if I wasn't older than her,
Mhm.
like I'm the old soul.
I wish I was. I had Jimmy and went, hey, bump it. Night, buddy.
She texted me tonight after she finishes work at 11 o'clock. She wants to go to the bar. I went,
Good luck.
no.
You are a saint.
Nope, enjoy.
Well, that's going to do it for us this week on our weekly protocol, the last of 2024. So hopefully you'll join us next week when we talk New Year's resolutions. Hopefully 2024 has been kinder to you than it has been to
Mostly everybody else.
Everybody's okay. I don't think it was a bad year. Yeah, you had a really good year.
It was fucking great
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, so he had a high note. You on par.
Neutral, yeah. My line.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I did bowl better than him this year too.
Not this year? Oh, well, that was back in like January last year.
Doesn't matter.
Because it wasn't like this. It wasn't this bowling season.
No, but I still.
This bowling season, you are very bad.
Yeah, I don't care. Who has a higher score?
What have you done for me lately? What are you going to start rooting for the Cowboys because they had more Super
And
Bowls?
that'll do it for us this week.
Live it in the past.
I'm going to jump over this table in a sec.
Let's go around the horn and see what everybody's doing. Frank Ward, what do you got going on?
Jarrett's living in the past. I'm living in the future on this show, doing things for this show all the time, or whenever he asks me to.
Yep. All right, Jarrett, what you got going on?
Frank's black eye in the next pod.
Check out everything going on at basementprotocolproductions.com, facebook.com/basementprotocolproductions to get all the news. The Dacetacular Gaming for a Cause is coming up on April 25th to the 27th. GoFundMe is live. We're playing for Deffert Township High School's Drama and Performing Arts program.
Is there a way to shorten that?
DTHS, Drama and Performing Arts.
Boom.
So there you go. And a lot of good things come from Basement Protocol in 2025. We actually kicked it into high gear here in Q4 where we have the Jersey Fanatics, Dacetacular Mind, Weekly Protocol we launched, and maybe other shows and streaming to go on.
It's my good eye.
Maybe a fight better than Tyson and Paul that'll happen after this. Anyway,
You're not going to ask sweater.
that's going to do it for us this week on the Protocol. Remember, Basement Dollars, stick to the Protocol. We'll see you next week. We'll see you next year. Later.
Fucking call me a goddamn Cowboys fan.
Living in the past.
We're still rolling if you want to handle this.